Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Today I'll be teaching you how to continue with these squares. In my first video, I show you how to do the first square, and the second video how to attach the next one to the first one as you work. And in this one I will show you how to do the next row, the next strip of color, always working from the border of the row before. I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell, that way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel that you'll find the English version, and then also I'm gonna leave the link here of video 1 and 2. Just move the mouse around and it will show up video 1 and 2, and you'll be ready for this next tutorial. To make these squares for this sweater or for a cardigan, for a blanket, but this one is for a sweater. These are the yarn I'm gonna use. They are 100% acrylic, medium 4. They are all leftover yarn, different color. You're gonna choose whatever leftover yarn that you have, but you're gonna pick one color that will be in all the squares to make them nice and balanced. I picked this one. This will be in all the squares, and you're gonna need a crochet hook, whatever size crochet hook, the circular needle, but you can use a straight needle. I'm gonna use these ones are 5.5 millimeter. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor and a few markers. So in the first video, I show you how to do the first granny square, and in the second video, how to attach the second granny square. Since I'm gonna make a sweater, I had to divide the video in 2 more parts. That way I don't do a 2.5 hour video, because we had to shape the color, do the sleeve and all that stuff. And I had to show you how you're gonna do the next row, because it's a little bit different than the first, how you do the 2 first square. Because this take time. Look at this, is the shape of the color. Look how gorgeous this look. So that take time to explain all that. And the one in the back gonna be a straight square piece, because when you attach these two, you'll attach it like this, and it will give you the nice shape for the color. So that's why I had to divide the video in more parts. So for the first one and second one, I'm gonna leave the link. You're gonna see an eye. You click on the eye, and I will bring you to those 2 videos. And this one, I'm gonna show you how to do the next one. And here, that will be like this one. You see, you start by picking some stitches here and making some stitches on the side, and then work the square. And then the next one, you have to pick some stitch from this one and in this one. So it's a little bit different than doing the 2 first square. This is absolutely gorgeous, very easy to do. You can do a beautiful blanket with these squares, and this is the main color that I told you that I will use a main color for all the squares to have that, to make it nice and even. And this is the right side, and this is the wrong side of our piece. These squares are 41 stitch, and they measure 5 inches by 5 inches, 13 centimeters by 13. And if you want to do this a little bit bigger, you can do them bigger, but remember, you have to play with the opening for the color when it's time to start doing the decrease to do the shape. And these ones for me is like around a medium size. So if you want to do a little bit bigger than this, you can do 40, let's say 47 stitch. But remember, each stitch you increase in 1 square, you have to increase in all the square, and that will be much bigger. So and you can do 47, and if you want a little bit bigger, you can do 49 or 53. But if you do too big a square, and then you will have all that extra on each square. Remember that. So we're gonna start picking in here with this color. We're gonna pull 21 stitches, and then we will create 20 stitches in the side for the 41. And after, when we finish a square, we'll do with this one 21 with the one in the corner, and then 20 from the one that we're gonna do. Is this like this? I did 20, and in the corner I did 1, and then 20 from this side. So I'm gonna start with this color. I'm supposed to do this, but this is a little bit too dark to start with, to show you how you're gonna do this. So, oh, I don't supposed to work with any color, whatever color you choose you pull, but I wanted to do this now. And this is easier to show you with this one. So you're gonna need the crochet hook, the markers, and your needle. Don't have to be a straight, circular needle, can be a straight needle. For me, it's easier to work with circular needle. So you're gonna go in here, and you're gonna pass your hook, and you're gonna pull the yarn. And you're always gonna work in the right side of your piece. You're gonna start always in the right side, okay? Because in the wrong side is where you do the decrease. And you pull one stitch and you put it tight. You have to make sure that they're always tight, otherwise they will be too loose in here and they don't gonna look nice in this part. So you go to the next one, and in the border you'll pull the next stitch and tie. You always have to tie the stitch, and you go to the next one. It's around, and you see this create like an L shape in the top. You pull. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, that way you guys can see exactly where I'm passing the hook. And usually I do 10 in here, 11 is in between these two, and 10 more in this side. So that's around what I do. So like this, and always pulling tight. So as you see, this do like an L shape. So the next one is this one, and you pass. You see this stitch, you pass under that one, and you pull tight. Go to the next one. There's this one. You see you have like a pearl there. Under that pearl, you pass always like that. You see? Again. And like that's how you're gonna continue casting on your stitches. Here I have 10, 3, 6, 9, 10, and now, like I mentioned, in the between these two color change, it will be number 11. I pass in between, and I pull out number 11. Now I will continue, and that will give me 10 more stitches, and number 10, that will be number 21, because I have 11 and 10, 21. It will be the one here in the border. Here I have my 21 stitches, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 stitches. Now we have to cast on 20. You can do it with the crochet hook and you can do it with the netting needle. I will show you both ways. With the crochet hook, you're gonna come here and you're gonna pass your yarn and come through the back and pass and pull. Now you're gonna go between the two stitches like this. You're gonna grab your yarn, pass it, and then through the back you pass it through the hook or the needle and pull. And like that you're gonna cast on your 20 stitches with a crochet hook. And with the needle is the same way, but you will net them as you go. So let me remove those. I like to do it with a needle. It's easier for me. So you come here, you net a stitch, and when you pull out, you bring this needle through the back and pass it through between the two strands and pull. Now you go in between those two stitches like this. You net, you pull, and with this one you go behind and pass it through, and you pull. Don't pull too tight. And again, you go in between those two and here. And like that you will continue until you have your 20 stitches for a total of 41 cast on. Remember not to pull too tight when you are doing this part, that way this is no pulling. You want to have a nice stretch in this border. That will be the border like this. So remember, you want to have a space in between those two when you are doing the next stitch. Something I wanted to mention, if these stitches here are a little bit loose, you pull them as you go. You see, you bring that. This one, they will be perfect because you cast them up with the needle as you net. But these ones in here, it will tend to get loose. And you see, even that I pull tight, all is a little bit extra. You want to make them like this small, especially this one and in the corner. That's the one that get the most loose, and that's the one that you have to start pulling, making it smaller all the way until the end. You see, look at that extra that I have there. So I will pull at the end in the tail. Once you have your stitches, you're gonna start netting, and this is all done in a net stitch. The right side, the wrong side, the decrease, everything is net, so it's very easy. So you're gonna start netting 19 stitches, placing the marker, do 3 stitches, place the marker. I like to place marker, that way I know where the decrease go in the center. That way it's much easier. So you're gonna net. I'm not gonna show you exactly how to do the entire square because this is done exactly the same as you did the first one and the second one. It's just to show you how is done when you have to do the next square and the next square, because it all cast on a different way. Okay, so I will net 19 and place the marker, and I will meet you here. Anyway, I want to show you 1 or 2 rows, but it's done exactly the same as the other squares. And I wanted to mention you don't have to have a color change. You can have solid squares, but I like to have all the squares having one color in common to make them nice and pleasing to the eye. And also you can do them with variegated yarn. Don't have to be solid color yarn. I have my 19 stitches and I put a finger protector there. This is a silicone because I tend to push the needle, and these needles are very pointy, so it really hurt after a while, after a few stitches. So I do that to protect the finger. That's why I had to cut my nails. So I have my 19 stitches. I'm gonna place the first marker. I'm gonna knit 3. 1. You see there I always push. 2 and 3. I'm gonna place the next marker, and then I will knit the rest of my 19 stitches. Once you finish, you will turn your work around, and again you're gonna knit those 19 stitches. That will be until the marker, and then you're gonna do the first decrease. The decrease is always done in the wrong side of your piece, and it's done each time you work on the wrong side. And the right side you knit all the stitches, and the wrong side you knit and decrease those 3 together. So I pulled this one a little bit to make the stitch a little tighter. We're gonna come here and knit until the marker. So I just showed you a little bit a reminder, because if you done the first square and the second square is exactly the same, you don't have to do nothing different. Now in this square, I just showing you how you continue with the next square. Each time you have to add the next square, because I show you how to do the first one and the second one. So when you start the second row, it will be like this, like I'm showing now, and how you to do the next one, and so on. You'll do exactly the same. When you do the first row, you'll do the first one and then the second one as I showed you in video 2, and then the third one you'll do again like this one, and so on until you have the width. So that's done exactly the same. So this is just to move up a row. So like that, I'm gonna continue knitting my 19 stitches. Now we're gonna do the decrease. You're gonna remove the marker, put it aside, and in the next row is where you're gonna place it back. And you're gonna knit these 3 together. The 3 that you had in between the markers, you're gonna knit them together. You're gonna remove the next marker, knit 1, and place the marker again. You always have to do that in order to keep track the stitches you're gonna decrease, the center. So you're gonna continue knitting the rest of the stitch until the end. And the next row is where you're gonna place back this marker to mark the 3 stitches that you're supposed to decrease when you're working on the wrong side. But you always have to mark those 3. Now I'm gonna knit until the marker, and I will place back the other marker as well. It's very important to use marker. I'm telling you, because sometimes I forget to place them back, and I then decrease where I don't supposed to decrease, or I forget what row I'm doing, you know, for if I did a decrease in the row before or not, because without the marker, if you're watching TV, especially if you're watching TV, you're not paying full attention at what you're doing. So like this, you'll continue until the marker. So that's why I again emphasize it's very important to have the marker, because it'll make life more easy, or the work. I'm at the point where I have my first marker. I'm gonna move it to the other needle. I'm gonna knit 3, and then I'm gonna place the other marker to mark those 3. That way I know in the next row those 3 stitches in between the marker, they will knit together. And I'm telling you, if you're watching TV and doing this will make life more easy for you. So I will knit until the end, and then I will show you how to do one more decrease, and from there you can take it all the way like the other squares. So now we're gonna work on the wrong side. We're gonna knit. We don't have to count any more stitches, because that's why we have the markers. So you're gonna knit to the first marker, and then we'll start the decrease. So I will work until there. I will show you one more time the decrease, and I will explain you what to do, and you will continue all by yourself. You're gonna remove the marker, place it there for the next row. You're gonna knit these 3 together. Remove this marker, knit 1, and after you knit 1, you place that marker back. You always have to do that. And then you'll continue knitting all the way until the end, knitting the way back, and when you get to the marker, you pass the marker, knit 3, place the other marker, you continue knitting, and then in the wrong side you will do exactly as you did in this one. Once you finish that row, you'll continue exactly the same until it's time to change color, if you are changing color. For me, I changed color when I had 21 stitches left. I changed color. So that will be when you had 9 stitches in the right side before you get to the marker, 9 stitches left, and then is when you change color. If you're doing that color change, you will do exactly as you did in the first square and the second square. I'm just showing you how to continue with the other rows. So I will meet you here after you finish this square. When it's time to work in the next one, in this one, it will be casting on in both sides. I will show you how to do that, and then you'll continue how you did the other squares. It's just showing you how to continue, okay, in this video. So I finished with this color. Now I'm going to change color, and I have 9 stitches from this side of the marker and 12 stitches in this side. When I work those 9 with a new color, I will pass the marker, knit 3, place the marker, and I will knit the other 9 on the other side. And then I will continue with that color until I finish, and the square had to be like this, exactly like this. So after that, I will meet you here to show you how you're going to cast on for the next square. I finished this square. I lost the tails and everything. It's ready. I like to lose the tail as I go. That way at the end I don't have to lose tails. So now I'm going to show you how to do the L-shape square in here. How to pick the stitches. And it will be done exactly the same as the other square. Just how to cast on the stitches in your needle. So we're going to use again the crochet hook to cast on our stitches. And I'm going to use this color. And we're going to cast on in this square 20 stitches. In the corner here, right in this lighter color, we're going to do 21 and 20 in this one. That's our 41 stitches. So exactly the same way as we cast on the stitches in here, we're going to do it from this one. I really recommend to do this with a circular needle because it's much easier. Otherwise, you'll have to do this if you're working with straight needles. So I'm going to come to this corner. And you're going to pass it through like this. And you're going to pull your yarn through. Cast on your first stitch. And exactly the same, you're going to come here and continue casting on your stitches. Exactly the same as you did on here. Nice and tight. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, that way you can see a little bit better. This time I don't gonna pull one in between these two. I'm gonna go very close to the other side to pull number 11. I think I'm leaving a strand behind. That's number 11. And then I will continue pulling my stitches until I have my 20s. And then I will show you how to do number 21 right in the corner. Here I have my 20 stitches, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Number 21 will go here in the corner. Right in the corner. And then you're gonna do 20 more in this border. So you go exactly the same as you did in here, picking the stitches, but you're gonna do it in the side here until you have your 41 stitches cast on again. Here I have my 41 stitches. Here I have my 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41 stitches. Now you're gonna continue working exactly the same as you did the other squares. You're gonna do your 19 stitches, place the marker, knit 3, place the marker, and then you will knit the other 19. You will turn your work around and you will work those 19 stitches. You remove the marker and you will knit those 3 together. Remove the marker, knit 1, place the marker, and then knit the rest stitches. And you will knit all the stitches until the marker. You will remove the marker, knit 3 stitches, and place again the marker and knit the rest. And like that, you're going to continue working exactly as you did this one. In this part, you will do the square, and then when it's time to work the next one, you'll cast down exactly like this one, and this side in between this one and here, and the one you just finished. So like that, you will continue, and then you will do the square exactly the same, and then you do the last one. That depends on the size that you're making your piece. After that, you continue doing the other rows exactly the same. I finished that square, and like that you will continue working the next one. You'll cast on your 20 stitches, 21 in the center and 20 in this one, and the same in the other one as you work. You'll work like this until you have the desired length. Either you're making a blanket, a baby blanket will look amazing like this, or you are making a cardigan, or you are making this sweater, or you can make with this a scarf like this, or you can make a neck warmer, for example, something like this with one more. It will make a nice neck warmer. For mine, I'm making a sweater, so you'll have to be working until you have the square of the shoulder. That's what I did in this piece. You see, I did 1, 2, 3 full strip, and then in number 4 I did the first square, and then I did the shape at the neck, and then I did the last one. So I'm gonna finish in this video. Until now you'll work on the length, and in the next video I will show you how to give shape to the neck. So you will do the length, you work in the first square, and then we'll work in this one. After you finish that one, you will do the next one exactly the same as you did these ones. Okay, first your 20 stitches, 21 in the center and 20 in the other side. So I hope you guys like this small video, and give it a try, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this design or any of my design and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page Ruby Net Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram Ruby Net Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.